Welcome, I'm Cleona Patterson at efluentenglish.com. In this video, we're going to look at a website called Scribr. It gives you information on 47 phrasal verbs and their one-word substitutions. Why do you need to know these? If you're doing the IELTS speaking test, phrasal verbs will help you to raise your vocabulary score. But if you are doing the IELTS writing, for example, the Task 2 essay, you need to change phrasal verbs into one-word substitutions, more academic words. Let's read the article together so that you know why this is important. Speaking and writing are different. Let's begin. The following is a list of commonly deployed phrasal verbs that find one use or another in academic texts. These and others can be acceptably used in academic texts. That means they're okay. Along with these examples, however, are a number of one-word substitutions to illustrate that in each case the phrasal verb can be easily replaced. My recommendation is to go back, look at your Task 2 practice essays, find the phrasal verbs, see what one word can substitute this phrasal verb, and start building your academic vocabulary. That's why I've prepared the AWL series of videos. You can go to my website, eFluent English, and have a look at them. 60 of the most commonly used words. You can also go back to the Scribr website and click on the links and learn more about this. Let's continue. As you look through the substitutions, be aware that phrasal verbs, getting tongue-tied, phrasal verbs, like other verbs, often have more than one definition and more than one context of proper use. You have to learn them all. There's no other choice if you want to advance your English. How do you do this? Read, 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 listen, listen, listen. You've got to have lots of input so you can recognize how you use the phrasal verbs in different contexts. This flexibility means that although these substitutions work for the examples given, and although the examples are common uses of phrasal verbs, a suggested replacement will not cover every possible use of its phrasal verb. What does that mean? You can't keep using a phrasal verb in every situation. You have to be precise. You have to look at the context. In this context, you can use it. In another context, you can't. That's the same with every word. Have a look at my video on the word nuance, and perhaps this will help you. Let's read some more. Separable. You know the verb separate? Separable is describing how you can separate the phrasal verb. Note, if it uses a pronoun, the separable phrasal verb must be separated. For example, he added up the number. He added it up. It is the pronoun. It has replaced the number. He added it up. This is a common grammar mistake that students make. So think about this example. Remember, if there's a pronoun, you have to separate and put the pronoun in the middle. Yeah? Okay, here we have a table. On the left, there's the phrasal verb. In the middle, there's examples, and on the right, definitions and replacements. The single word that you can use that's more academic, more advanced, and will help you raise your vocabulary score in writing exams such as IELTS Task 2. The first one, add up. James added up the number of affirmative responses. Calculate. Added up means calculate. Buy out. The large company bought out the smaller. Bought out, what does that mean? One word. Purchase. Purchase. You purchase someone's assets. An asset is something that you can buy and sell. Next one. Buy up. The business's assets were bought up in the auction. Bought up. That's a regular verb, past tense. Bought up. What does it mean? Purchase. All of something. Look at this carefully. You have buy out and you have buy up. Both are phrasal verbs. Study them carefully. Call off. The order was to call off the strike immediately. Call off means cancel. With all of these examples, you really need to write your own example to test whether you know how to use the phrasal verb correctly and then the more academic, formal word correctly. Next one, carry on. The meeting will carry on in your absence. In your absence means if you're not there. Yeah? It will happen. Carry on. What does that mean? Continue. One word. Continue. Carry out. She carried out the research because Jimmy couldn't find the time. Carried out. One word. Execute. And if it's past tense, of course, you have to change it to executed with ed. Cut out. Because the subsection was not directly relevant to the rest of the paper, Randall had to cut it out. Look, there's the pronoun it. Cut it out. What is the it? This is a reference back to the word subsection, because you don't want to repeat words. You tell me the first time subsection, the second time you use the pronoun it. Okay, so what does cut out mean? I need one word, a substitution. Excise. Excise. I don't think I've ever used that word. I better start practicing. Next one. Find out. The purpose of the literature review is to find out what has been said on the topic. That's a mistake. It should be the infinitive. Is to find out what the topic. Find out what has been said on the topic. Okay. Sometimes you find little mistakes on the internet. Let's read that again. The purpose of the literature review is to find out what has been said on the topic. Find out. One word substitute. Discover. Get it over with. Must be split. Split means separated. Isa and the other participants were happy to get the laborious questionnaire over with. In the middle, you have the laborious questionnaire. Laborious. Laborious means it's hard work, perhaps a bit tedious. Yeah? So it's separated. You've got get, then you have the laborious questionnaire, and then you have the other two words in the phrasal verb, over with. So it's been split or separated. One word, a substitute that's more academic, is complete. Write your example below this video using the academic or more formal word complete. This is how you get a high score in writing. Writing and speaking are different. If you're writing informally, yeah, sure, use phrasal verbs. But if you're writing more formally, step up to the more academic word. Get across. Lars' paper has too many grammatical mistakes, meaning he couldn't get his message across. The phrasal verb has been separated. Get his message across. What does that mean? Communicate. One word. Communicate. Give up. The outnumbered forces would not give up. We're talking about a war, an army. Yeah, these are forces. The Air Force, soldiers, Navy would not give up. What does that mean? Surrender. One word, surrender. Hold up. When deadlines approach, a student cannot let anything hold up the completion of an assignment. Hold up. What does that mean? Delay. Leave out. The witness left out a number of important details. Left out means omit. So these are synonyms. But one word is better than two when you are writing in formal academic style, which is more advanced. Make up. We ask participants to make up a scenario in which they would be content. Make up. Fabricate. Fabricate. Remember, you're going to go back and you're going to adjust the tenses of the verbs. If it's past tense, it's fabricated. Future tense will fabricate. Make out. In the darkness, he could not make out the size of the camp. Make out means see. One word. Pass up. We could not pass up this opportunity to collaborate. Pass up means forego. Forego. That's a nice one. Pass on. The common flu can be passed on through saliva. You know, saliva in your mouth? Helps your digestion. Passed on. What does it mean? Transmit. Transmit. Next phrasal verb. Pass out. Our research assistants passed out 400 surveys to a random sample of shoppers. Passed out means distribute. Distribute. Pick up. This study picks Decker's research up where he left it. picks up. One word, resume, resume. Point out. Hendricks, 2010, points out that such a study might be useful. Can you see the date in parentheses or brackets? This is when you cite. You tell the reader who said it, when did they say it. This is an in-text citation. Points out means explain, explain. Set up. The equipment's sensitivity meant we had to set it up with utmost care. Set it up. What does that mean? Arrange, arrange. Turn down. Regretfully, the board must turn down a number of applicants every year. Notice that there's a comma after the word regretfully. Punctuation is important. Regretfully means they didn't want to do it, yeah? It's unfortunate. The board must turn down, turn down. Turn down means reject, reject. The last one, the last phrasal verb that is separable, use up. The campers were thirsty after they used up the last of the water. Used up means exhaust, exhaust. Okay, that's enough for this video. In part 2, we'll look at inseparable phrasal verbs. Play the video again, listen to my pronunciation, look at the examples, practice writing your own examples using the phrasal verb, and then replacing it or substituting it with the one word, more formal academic vocabulary. If you would like more videos like this, check out my e-course video packs, which are aimed at intermediate students preparing for the IELTS test, and also for more advanced learners who just want to advance their English. Thanks for watching.